Buying and selling a home in today's market can be tricky, but sometimes it has to be done. So if you're going to go through the process, there are some key things you need to prepare yourself for. Our real estate expert, Mohr, is here to explain. Monte, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for the privilege, Casey.
Hey, you've always got some great advice. Today is no different. We've got an email question from Kathy P. in Spring Hill.
Great question.
Yeah, she wrote in and she says, we're wanting to sell our home this year. We've heard of a variety of ideas on the subject from family and friends on what we should be considering when putting our home on the market. We see you on Channel 4 every week, so figure you must know what really matters when selling. So please help. And so the first thing you tell her is you really want to think about the question, do you really want to sell?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Kathy P. for the question because, you know, everybody becomes an expert when they find out you want to sell a home. You know, it's just amazing, even though they maybe haven't sold a house for 20 years. Well, first thing, yes, absolutely. Do you really want to sell your home? Because you're about to enter into the reality zone. You're about to have, experience the rude awakening that maybe your home's not worth what it was. Maybe everybody doesn't love your home like you do. So I try to impress upon anybody, if you don't really want to sell, then don't enter into this market right now. It's not fun.
Right, absolutely. Now the second point you tell her is, can you and will you price your home competitively? Something to think about.
Casey, there's homes selling out there right now, but the only homes that are selling are the ones that are priced correctly. And not only is it important to price the home correctly to get the buyers in the front door, but once you do get it under contract, if it's not sold correctly in the right price, it's not going to appraise. Appraisers are no longer over appraising property. They're very conservative, and the comparables in your neighborhood is what they look at.
Right.
So are you willing to price it correctly, and will you?
Exactly. We all want to get more for it, but you got to be reasonable.
That's right.
All right, so the third point you say is, do you understand that the market does not care and is not sympathetic to your needs and agenda? Unfortunately, that's true.
Casey, and that's the hardest one that I have to deal with every time I sit down before somebody across their table and have to share with them that the market doesn't care about our agenda. We all make plans on imagined equity, but until we have that closing, it's only imagined equity, and that's so hard for all of us. But if we could reverse our position and go out on the outside of the door as a buyer, the last thing that buyer's thinking is, gee, I wonder what they need to accomplish with their proceeds. That buyer's thinking, I'm going to get the best deal that I can. Right. But on the selling side, we're thinking, no, I have to have this because I want to pay that off, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. The market doesn't care, and we have to understand that.
Right.
It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
The market doesn't care.
They're not going to accommodate us,
no.
But not personal. All right, the fourth thing you tell her is, will you be coachable in the process and do the things your real estate professionals tell you regarding preparing your home for the market?
Well, again, everybody comes out of the woodwork as a professional on what it takes to sell a house, but hopefully you've done your homework before you've ever chosen a realtor, and then you have to extend your trust to that agent that they're doing this every day. They know what works and they know what doesn't work. There's a reason why they're saying don't smoke in your house. So and I'm not against smokers, but I sat across a gentleman the other day in a listing appointment, and he kept on blowing smoke at me, and I said, you're going to have to stop that in your house, because people in today's world are looking for reasons not to buy your home. Right. You've got to minimize those. You've got to eliminate those reasons. So there's a reason to listen to your coach and do what that coach says.
Yeah. Good tips there. All right, lastly, you say, will you allow your home to be shown by agents with buyers even when it is not convenient?
Casey, it's not convenient showing your home, but in this market, you never ever want to say no to a showing, because you don't know if that person is just here for maybe the afternoon and they're going to fly out tomorrow or something, and they're going to pick out a home. They can't pick out yours if they can't get in the front door, and it's not convenient to show a house. It's never convenient, but you have to realize, living in your home and having your home in the market, two different worlds. We don't live in our home right now. Our home's on the market, so we've got to make it available to everybody.
Right. That makes sense.
Tough choices.
Tough choices, for sure. Now we have some happy customers like you always do. Well, we got a couple today.
What I want to show today these are people who said yes to all the above that we just shared. This is Alan and Bridget. They had a home in Nashville. They didn't get what they thought they were going to get for the property, but the home that they bought, they saved over $40,000. So they did all the above. They were coachable. They priced it right, and now they're happy clients.
Now the second couple, you have BJ and Kara, right?
BJ and Kara, same thing. Both working parents, two young kids. Never allowed the home they never left the home without it being showing condition. And down there in their dream home, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful home. But that wouldn't have happened had they fought the system and not allowed it, or used the excuse, we've got two kids, we can't allow it to be shown today.
Right. And they look happy now.
Well, they are happy. And then this is a wonderful couple. They call me Uncle Monte. I love this couple, Carlton and Janelle. It was really hard. Their home had been on the market with another agency, and it hadn't sold. Janelle had to actually bring money to closing and get rid of this property here in Nashville, but now they live in their dream home in Mount Juliet. They've got over an acre. Carlton went out and got his riding lawnmower. They're so happy. And one thing I encourage anybody who's even considering selling their home in today's market, go ahead and contact me on my website, Nashville Real Estate Advisor, or call me directly on my direct line, 300-8393. I will personally do a market analysis, send it to them immediately. So before you ever enter into all these other things that are to be considered, you know, is the market going to be, you know, are you going to be able to sell in today's market? And I can provide that information free of charge to the Channel 4 viewers in a matter of 24 hours of getting that information about their property.
Great. It's a great deal for viewers. Thank you so much,
Thank
Monte.
you. Thank you.
Hey, if you need help buying or selling your home, call the Mohr Group at 615-376-4500, or to reach Monte directly, you can call him at 615-300-8393. We also have a link to the website, NashvilleRealEstateAdvisor.com. It's up on the More at Midday section of WSMV.com.